Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to pick a right color for your UI. So in this video I'm going to talk about 60-30-10 rule or practice, you could say, that helps you to find the appropriate color for your UI design. Of course, here's 60. So let's get started. Let's start with the 60-30-10 rule. What exactly this is? So if you go for article, if you're looking for this particular, you will find a 60-30-10 exactly the percentage of the color that you have to give or you have to define in your UI, single UI screen. So for example, right now this is my screen, right? So here I have to define 60% of the color, that would be dominant color, 30% would be my secondary or complementary color, and 10% is my accent color. So that 10% could be like something that really prioritize, very important for the users. So in the screen, the main primary things that user usually do is to take action, right? So action should be has that 10% of that color. Okay, so let's get started and show you an example of it, right? So this is the first screen, this is the screen and frame that I have picked for this tutorial. The frame is iPhone 14 so here 60%, so let's write 60%. I need a 60% of color, right? 60% primarily is the neutral color, you could say that. So this is the this is my whole screen. So this whole screen has some BG color, right? So BG color is going to cover like 60% of it. So right now my BG color, let's set a BG color here is something like not white, solid white, but little bit down to it, like let's take FA hex code. Okay, so let's go to here and pick this one. This is my 60% of it. Now I have to define my 30% of, right? So 30% would be my text color. So here let's give an example. Let's add some sorry, not auto layout, frame grid, column grid, count 4 for Android, margin, let's say I am giving right now is 16. Okay, and also the color, make it something different color. I don't like red at this moment. Okay, let's create a heading. So heading would be something like, let's say 60-30-10. Okay, this is my heading, and heading size is 42 at this moment. Subtext, I need subtext over here. So for subtext, let's select this one, 42 for subtext. The font size I'm going to take is 14 pixel. Okay, now I need a text over here, so I'm going to use a plugin. Select the text, plugin, save plugin, lorem ipsum generator. I don't think so I require this one. I will use separate plugin. Go to save plugin, there is content reel. Yeah, so I'm going to use a content reel plugin. It's available, freely available on Figma community. You can install it on your system. So lorem ipsum, I'm talking about lorem ipsum, random text, apply all. Okay, it's a little bit, it's not applied. Take this one, something, not this one, lorem ipsum. Is there another thing? So okay, fake company. No. Comment summons. Not this one. Product. Let's go with the first one. Let's go with this one only. I don't have to very picky over here. Okay. By default, the case is uppercase. Also, I need to change the font weight to regular. Okay, so regular. Okay, that's good. Add more text. Just copy this one and I'm going to paste over here. It's an example. Okay, nice. This is my text. Let's give a little bit. Okay, nice. Let's create some CTA over here. Let's say apply now. Would be my CTA. CTA font size I'm giving 16 pixel. Font weight would be medium. Auto layout, then again I will put it on bottom of the frame, increase the size, text in the center, increase the height a little bit. Okay, now if I want to change, yeah, perfectly good. Let's give a fill color, right? Fill color. Okay, let's add some images as well. Not images, just a small boxes, that would be image, right? This is a basic screen that I have created over here. Okay, basic screen I have created. Now 60%, so 60% I have given to the body color, like the frame color. Okay, 30% the color, usually you could say that 30% goes to the text color, because again in your UI design you will see the text are there, right? Mostly you will see the text and the other text also. So here the 30% goes to text color. So right now the text color that you are seeing is like black, right? So what I will do, I will pick the black color as a 30% over here, right? Now remaining 10%, like 90% is done, remaining 10% would be the accent color. So accent color is something that is very unique, and primarily the accent color given to the CTA, always gives to the CTA color. So here the CTA is the primary action that the user will usually take, right? So for that, what I will do, for CTA color I will pick something very common one, blue, right? I pick this color and just set it over there. I will change the text color to white, because again you also consider the contrast of the text inside the button. Okay, so here I've used the 60-10 60-30-10 rule to find this, right? Let's add some pictures over here, because it's a picture. I'm using Unsplash plugin, which is again freely available. Abstract, I'm going with the abstract. Okay, selected. Yeah, so see, you could see that the design is looking very good, right? Very pleasing, it's pleasing to eyes, and again it's maintaining the user experience. The things that is more important to the user, that is the action, is actually visible to the user, that this apply now button should be clicked by the user, and from this the user can take an appropriate action, the goals that the user want to accomplish. Now the text color is also in black in color, so it is very contrasting, and also user can see the text, what is written on it, right? So in this way you can set the color palette for your UI design, like 60-30-10. But here some of the scenarios that you have to consider it, right? Let's talk about some other scenarios. For example, let's say image is there, fine, image is there, let's move the image on top of it, and let's reduce the text, and I'm just giving it. Let's say this is your design, right? Inside there is another rectangle. You could say that this rectangle is going to be your nudge, right? Inside the nudge, let's take this one, copy this one, reduce the font size of the heading inside the nudge. Okay, so I'm making it 32, or let's say 24. Okay, this is the heading and this is the nudge heading. Okay, nudge heading. Let's change the uppercase to sentence case. Again, inside the subtext, I change the font size to 12 pixel over here. As for now, this is just an example. Okay, now here, right now again for this particular frame you have picked this 60-30-10 rule, and it's actually work. For inside of it you can't pick it, because again this nudge is very important to the user in some cases. But again, when you go into the company, then you will find that there is a promotional nudge, right? There is nudge, or there is something other screens inside of the screen, like nesting screens, and that is more important to the user or for the company or for the business to promote something, right? For so that user can also see that particular stuffs and take action over there, right? So here 60-10 rule can be different over here. For this screen you have set 60-30-10, this is the color. For this specific nudge you could have different way to doing it, right? Now what I can do over here is I can make it reverse of it. Maybe I can like change 60% to black and 30% to white, right? I could do this. Now what would happen, let's say the background of this nudge would be black, right? And the text, now if I pick the text, and the text color would be something white. Now as you can see, it is really important, right, to understand how this 60-30-10% works, right? And also it has differentiate, like in the frame you have picked the 60-30-10 colors are different, right? The color palette for this like individual UI screen is different. For the nudge is also becomes a different over here, right? But for the accent color, I didn't change the SN color because SN color is something that you have to be very consistent in your UI design. If your CTA color is blue, you have to very consistent with the blue color. You can't change it to something pink or green. If you are changing, yes, there are scenarios that you have to understand, like there is a remove, right? Remove something from the data, like there is a user saved data and the user want to remove that specific data, and for that you have put a remove CTA. Now primarily you can't have a blue remove CTA because remove is something that's going to delete the data from the UI interface. So at that point, at that particular incident or scenario, user have to be very conscious about taking any action that actually erase the data from the database, from the UI screen. At that particular state, the most designer always pick is the red color for the CTA, so that user understand like these actions may change their data, may change the whole user experience, right? So there are some scenarios where you have to change the CTA color or field color, but in this particular scenario where I am talking about 60-10% rule, so you have to be very understand how to make your design very good and very pleasing to the eyes, and really it elevate your whole visual aesthetics, and also making your user experience much more better, because the most prominent, the most important thing to the user is actually upfront, right? So in this way you can set a color palette, consistent color palette for a UI design. So I hope you have learned a new thing over here. Again, there are a lot of articles available on 60-30-10 rule. You can check out that article, and I hope in this video you have learned a little bit how to use the color, how to set a color palette according to this particular practice, like 60-30-10 rule. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any suggestion, if you have any feedback, just put that feedback or comment in this video comment section, so that I will look it up and I will give you reply if possible. And thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.